A lot of you have asked us both on YouTube and on Facebook whatever happened with the situation on board the Carnival Vista yesterday. You know that she came into port, the port of Galveston, yesterday. Debarkation took place and a whole new group of people got on board and they left as we all expected them to. We have all the details of exactly what happened and where the situation stands right now. Plus, I have a very special message for a very special group of islanders that I think it's fitting that I share today. Let's talk about everything right now on Island Time. A big, huge hello to all you islanders. I hope you are having a great weekend. It is a huge weekend in Arkansas as school is back in session tomorrow for most of the public schools. So Amanda's getting ready to go back to school. She teaches. And my oldest starts kindergarten. I can't believe it, but we're excited to get going on that, and he's excited as well. We have an orientation tonight, so there's no live video tonight like we usually have on Sunday nights. Instead, let's you and me have a date Tuesday night. That's right, Tuesday night, Island Time will be live, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I cannot wait. I hope that you will join us. Let me say a very special message today. As there's current events going on in Afghanistan, I have had family members and lots of friends, and I have met several of you islanders who served in the U.S. military during this time and served even in Afghanistan. First off, thank you so much for your service. A fellow islander, one of the originals, Jay Eddy, sent me this right here, and I have a frame coming to frame this and the certificate that came with this. I thought it was fitting that I share this today. Jay Eddy, thank you so much. This is one of the greatest gifts I have ever received in my lifetime. This is a battle flag from Afghanistan. Not one that was just flown up there, flown back down. Let's put it in a box, let's give it to somebody. This flag stood tall in some of the bravest situations that our men and women have been asked to serve in a long, long time. This is a battle flag from Jay Eddy. And Jay Eddy, I'm telling you, I look at it every day. I think about it every day. I tell others about it. I thank you for your service. And I know that this week and today, especially as you follow what's going on, is tough. I'll read the certificate that accompanies this flag from Jay, being an Army Ranger. This is to certify the accompanying U.S. flag was flown in the face of the enemy during combat conditions over the Combat Command and Control Center of the 3rd Ranger Battalion in the month of August 2011, about 10 years ago, near Kajaki, Afghanistan. I love the way it's worded, Jay. I do. Flown in the face of the enemy. Jay presented the flag to both Amanda and I for our love of country and for the service they provided to the U.S. cruise community during this restart of the cruise industry after the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm telling you, it's one of the greatest gifts I've ever received in this physical life. I'm waiting for my case, and you will see it when it comes in. It will be a part of this set. It came from a fellow islander, and it's going to stay right here. To all of you who served, especially in Afghanistan, especially during these times with the current news, thank you. We appreciate you so much and what you gave and your family gave to this operation, Enduring Freedom. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Now let's get on with cruise news. Here we go. There's so much going on and so many ships are restarting. It's honestly hard to keep up with. Used to, I would come on, there would be one ship that restarted that week and I would mention it. Listen to this. It's not the case anymore. There are many ships starting weekly. The Ovation of the Seas for Royal Caribbean started in Alaska on Friday the 13th. The Carnival Sunrise, you probably saw, started yesterday out of Miami. The Symphony of the Seas sailed for the first time from Miami yesterday, an Oasis class ship. Royal Caribbean Independence of the Seas sails today for the first time from Galveston with paying passengers. There's so many ships re-entering the fleet, and we are excited to see it. We will keep you posted as well. If you're going on any of these new ships, please let us know. We would love to get updates from you, to share the updates. We will always give you credit, but we would love to cruise through you and with you. So here we go. Let's update on the Carnival Vista. We've had so many questions on what exactly happened with the Vista. She did come into port yesterday as expected. And of the 27 cases that were on board, thankfully, there's nothing serious. 26 of the cases are crew members. And we understand, we'll get into some of those facts here in a second, that the crew, they're doing well. The one passenger who had COVID, who had tested COVID positive, is also doing well. Debarkation took place as normally expected, and the new group of cruisers who got on August the 14th yesterday, embarkation was a breeze on the Vista. We know that there are islanders that are on the Vista right now and who are keeping us updated, but they said that everything was absolutely normal. Now, what we don't know in this situation with 27 positive cases, we do not have a breakdown of how many positive tests there were every day over the last 2 weeks. These 27 cases, at least the 26 from the crew, were not all from 1 week. They are over a similar time period of 5 days, 7 days, 9 days. We don't know that, but we do know, and the reason why I say they're over a time period is because what we do know. We don't know the timing, but we do know from Carnival that some of the crew who were impacted, some of the 26 crew members who tested positive, are now back to work. That is great news, because that means, first off, that they have recovered, that they were feeling okay, and hopefully they are through this situation. So we do know that some of them are back to work. Again, we don't have a number on the exact number of crew who are through this, test positive, they're ready to go back to work, but that is absolutely great news to hear. We also know from this whole situation that the media, of course, is looking out. You saw this story on CNN, NBC, NBC, New York Times. It was shared multiple times on Facebook. My friends who are not necessarily cruisers, who maybe want a shadow to be cast on the cruise industry, and I hope that the same networks cover the full story, in that there is no story. Yes, there are cases on board. The CDC expects cases to be on board. Cruise lines expect cases to be on board, and nothing happened. The protocols are work. We do know as well that it does not take very many cases for the CDC to open up an investigation. You have seen this, we have shown it before. You can see your ship's status, or any of the ship status, but your next cruise, if you want to keep up with what the ship status is, you can see that. I will put that link below in the description of this video, but you can see that the Carnival Vista is indeed yellow. It has been yellow for several weeks now. We didn't know at first why it was yellow, and you can see that there are other ships. The Horizon's yellow, the Breeze is yellow, and Carnival's not the only one. Trust me, look at the other cruise lines as well. Celebrity, Royal Caribbean, there's yellow ships as well. We didn't know how many cases it took in order to make these ships in yellow status. Well, we know now it's not very many cases. When you look at the Carnival Vista, for instance, with there being almost 4,000 people on board between passengers and crew, we know that there were at least 27 positive cases, and the ship was turned to yellow status. So we know it does not take very many cases at all for the CDC to open up an investigation and see what exactly happened on these ships. Now, is that overstepping bounds? Maybe, maybe not. It does show that the CDC is keeping a very close eye on all these situations, and we already know that Carnival and Royal Caribbean, even when they have the option, especially in Florida, to go by this conditional sell order or to not, that they are going by it. And that cruise lines right now are very transparent, saying, yes, CDC, if you want to investigate, you can investigate. We want your help. We need your help. And it's been actually the last 60 days, the relationship between the cruise industry and the CDC is a complete 180 of what it was before, when the CDC would not let them cruise. The CDC and cruise lines really have a good relationship right now, because these protocols are keeping the ships on the water and keeping us cruising. We also know that the protocols that were enacted worked. We know that they worked. I shared this the other day and I'll share it again. Contact tracing took place among all the people that were tested COVID positive, the 27 people. We know that almost 1,000 tests were administered between passengers and crew through contact tracing. Almost 1,000 tests on the Carnival Vista. We know that no more positives came from that contact tracing. But these protocols are working. We know that. We really do. My question to you today is this. And I state this only because there were people who said, if I were on the Carnival Vista through all of this, I would want Carnival to update me. I would want the Carnival to come on the speaker and tell me what's going on. And then there's some people that said, no, I'm on vacation. If it doesn't directly affect me and I don't feel bad, I don't want to know. So here is the question of the day for you. If you were on the Carnival Vista last week or the week before, we were on there July 24th, and something like this was going on, there were COVID cases on board, but it was controlled. We can tell now, looking back, it's always easier to look back and see what happened. We can tell that Carnival had this under control, and what they were doing had this under control. If you were on the cruise, would you have liked to be updated via speaker or via letter in your room, and you would be notified that there are 27 cases on board? Or would you rather just enjoy your cruise, not worried about those cases and that situation which was isolated, and you not even know about it? What would be your preference if you were on the ship last week or the week before? It will be so interesting to see your responses. Respond in a comment down below and let me know your thoughts. It's going to be interesting to see. We can't wait to see what's ahead. We cannot wait to be live with you in just over 48 hours. Tuesday night, 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time, we will be live with you, and we will update you on all cruise news, plus have interactions, and we have a game to play, this or that. It's going to be a lot of fun. We can't wait for it. If you have questions, of course, please ask us in the comments below. And if you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so. We have grown so much this past month. Like I said earlier this week, #1 for the month of July. When you look at the percent of growth per subscription, we are #1 on YouTube when it comes to cruise vlogs, and that's because of you. Please consider subscribing. We break everything down for you as much as we can, but we also stay factual every single day. I hope you have a great Sunday. We enter into the work week, and everyone has a great work week. I will speak to you tomorrow as we have an update on cruise news, and then Tuesday we will be live. We will see you then right here on Island Time.